Right. Just a quick tip about painting weatherboards, top coating weatherboards, and that's, you will probably be aware that the bottom parts of a weatherboard wall tends to deteriorate a lot more than the higher parts, because the higher parts get a bit of shelter, from various, like, just the way the sun shines on the wall. Depending on how much overhang you get from the eaves, you might get a fair bit of cover. So in general, the bottom parts of a wall get more exposure to the weather. And one way to make your paint job last longer is to maximize the film thickness of the paint around right in the corner of a weatherboard. If you're dealing with square edge weatherboards, then because it's a fairly sharp edge, and with the movement of the weatherboard over time, this is where the paint can crack the easiest. So in order to minimize the risk of that happening, you just want to sort of build up a bit more sort of film thickness right in the corner here. And one very efficient way to do that is, if you, especially, like, I'm only talking about the bottom parts of a wall which you can reach without a ladder, yeah? Because if you're dealing with ladders and you're having to move ladders around, then this is not an efficient method anymore. But if you're just walking around on the ground and you can reach it easily, or even if you've got a scaffold, then it's a simple way to do it. So when you're painting, don't paint the entire board, but rather just paint the bottom edge first. Go finish the whole board, go to the whole length, and then do the same on the next board down, and keep going, all the weatherboards. And by the time you finish, the first one that you painted the edge of, the bottom edge of, will be already dry, and then you can get onto the face of the board. And what this will achieve is that when you paint the bottom edge, then a fair bit of the paint will actually go over onto the corner, right, to cover this sort of sharp corner. And the same thing will happen when you paint the face of the board, right? So in effect, you will end up having two coats of paint in one, covering this sharp corner, and that will go a long way to sort of adding extra durability to your paint job. And especially, like, if you're using two coats of paint, then in the end you might end up with like 4 coats of top coat just on this corner, and that will make it last even better. So just one tip, and hope it makes a little bit of sense to you, and hope it helps. Have a good day. Bye.